someone finishing outside the top 20 can score a point in pro motocross, so that is a big change. We do want to take a look at the 250 point standings here as we enter the championship. A reminder that one round of the championship was removed because the West guys had more. So you're going to see a tie at the top just based off of that. So it'll be interesting to watch the fluidity and the change that goes on in these 250 races as we have two motos each weekend. Switching to the 450 class. Remember all the changes that went on late in the series. There were privateer guys crisscrossing the country trying to make it into these playoff rounds. And I think a lot of riders learned how this will work and the great purse that's up for grabs. And that was a learning period. So I expect a lot more participation and a lot better understanding of how the points will work and how that will truly affect the Super Motocross World Championship and that playoff scenario. So should be an interesting and ever-changing dynamic throughout the top 20 here. Now let's jump into the broadcast package for summer. We will once again be on Peacock for every round of the series, all 11 rounds on Peacock. Wall-to-wall coverage throughout that. The broadcast team will consist of Jason Wygant, James Stewart, Ricky Carmichael, myself, Will Christian, and Katie Osborne. We will show uninterrupted coverage of all 22 motos on Peacock. NBC will showcase live network coverage from Thunder Valley, Redbud, Spring Creek, and Washougal in 2024. The USA Network will feature Sunday encores from High Point and Budds Creek both. And Race Day Live, of course, presented by motorsport.com, will kick off the morning at each round with a 1-hour showcase of the final timed qualifying sessions of both 250 and 450 class in the A group. Each round will also feature an exclusive post-race show with up-to-minute reactions, and that will be following the conclusion of each national and the evolving storylines there within. All coverage of the Pro Motocross Championship this season will be simulcast over satellite radio via NBC Sports on Channel 85 on Sirius XM. That was a big change for the Monster Energy Supercross Championship as well. And I personally heard from so many people that were unable to tune in, but they were driving across the country, and this was a great way for them to be a part of the series. The SMX Video Pass will provide an exclusive option for international fans across the globe to watch the championship. That is brand new for the Pro Motocross Championship this year as well, and that will have seamless live and on-demand coverage. That will be, of course, hosted by Edgar Lopez and former professional racer Tommy Rios, and they have done a great job throughout Monster Energy Supercross, bringing that exclusive Spanish coverage to fans worldwide. The Supercross season finale was historic for Spanish-speaking fans here in the U.S. It featured the sport's first ever domestic Spanish-language broadcast via Telemundo Deportes YouTube channel and the Telemundo page on the NBC app. More Spanish-language broadcasts lie ahead on the Telemundo platform, and the Pro Motocross season finale from Ironman Raceway on August 24th, as well as the Super Motocross World Championship Finals from Las Vegas on September 21, will feature this same Telemundo exposure. Next up, we'd like to start bringing up the riders, and I will introduce them one by one. First up will be Tom Vial, number 16, from Red Bull KTM Factory Racing. Number 17, Joey Savacci from Triumph Racing, and I see the riders making their way over, so I appreciate their patience in making their way. RJ Hampshire with Rockstar Energy Husqvarna Factory Racing. Joe Shimoda, Team Honda HRC. Jalik Swoll with Triumph Racing. Ryder DeFrancisco, Troy Lee Designs, Red Bull Gas Factory Racing. Hayden Deegan, Monster Energy Yamaha Star Racing. Dylan Schwartz, Toyota Redlands Bar X Suzuki. Levi Kitchen, Monster Energy Pro Circuit Kawasaki. Cody Schock, Muckoff FXR Club MX Yamaha Racing.
Welcome. Oh, is this everything?
We are a very old family.
So many documents.
Upgrade your business tools with American Express Business Platinum with over $1,000 in credits on select purchases per year.
This is Artlist.io, a platform built to empower your business with high-quality creative assets, music, footage, templates, and sound effects. Everything a brand needs to create stunning videos. Trusted by the world's biggest brands, it offers a tailored license to meet your business needs on any platform. This is Artlist, and this is how you create without limits.
Thank you, gentlemen. And RJ, starting with you, brand new champion. Tom Vial, brand new champion as well. This, I guess, goes for both of you as the rest of the riders grab their seats here. You spend so much time, energy, and focus thinking about how to win that 250 Supercross championship, but immediately you're thrust into a brand new championship. You have to hit the reset button. How do you mentally approach, and this is obviously for both of you, how do you mentally reset, kind of forget about all the things you just went through, and to know that this not only the Pro Motocross Championship, but the SMX World Championship is still in play, and you have to grab your focus again so quickly?
Yeah, I mean, I'd say we celebrated the best we could Saturday night. Flew straight back to California. I mean, we're right back to it on Monday. But still, I mean, just try to enjoy it as much as I can. I even told the team, like, look, up to today, we can do, as much press conference or, podcast or whatever. But after today, it's like, look, we're back in race mode. It's, short-lived, but also, like, we're going to enjoy it for, forever, really. But yeah, also, like, we know we have another task at hand and really want to battle for this outdoor championship.
I mean, I would say a little bit the same. It's kind of hard because you just finished the season, but you only got like a weekend off and you have to start another championships, try to set up the bike in a few weeks. And actually on Monday, we had to do some testing with the team. And I'm not going to lie, it was pretty hard Monday morning. But actually, I feel pretty good riding outdoor. And I had some good days the last few weeks. And I'm pretty excited to be Saturday.
Thank you. And now we'll open it up to questions from the media. There are microphone stands on each side here.
Mike Lindsay, Vital MX for Joey Savacci. Joey, it's been a while since we've seen you racing. Of course, we've been expecting you to race outdoors for a while since it got announced initially in your contract. But for you, how is it to basically, these guys have all been racing for 4 or 5 months, for you to come in mid-season, to have intensity, anything, how do you prepare?
I mean, yeah, it's they definitely have, I guess you could say, the advantage as far as gate drops go. But, for me, I've had plenty of time of outdoor riding. So, from that side of it, I feel like I'm in a good place mentally, and we've made some good improvements on the motorcycle. It's been a while since I've been on a small bike, so there has been some changes along the way that I've made, and just trying to learn how to ride that little bike again. It's completely different than what I've been used to. So, but as far as getting ready, it's just I've done everything I can do up until this point. We made some changes to my program and just tried to really polish areas that maybe were weak spots before. And I feel like I've had a pretty solid boot camp, you could say. So we'll go get our feet wet today a little bit, and then we'll go see where we stand Saturday.
Kellen Brower with MotoOnline.com for Joe Shimoda. We hear after the last round you maybe had a slight injury or something at the finale. So what have these last 2 weeks been like for you, not only maybe dealing with that, but also adapting to the Honda outdoors?
Yeah, I twisted my ankle a little bit in last round. Didn't have too much time to rest up, and kind of had to do some little bit of testing and ride the bike, know a little bit better. But honestly, I just took a full week off, rode just one day, and rode Tuesday this week, and then gonna ride today. So
We'll see, but I feel pretty good. My ankle's healing, and I rode fine on Tuesday, so it should be fine.
Dan Beaver, NBC Sports for Hayden. Ran so well at the end in motocross last year, ended up doing everything that you could do in the Supercross finale. How important is that to bring momentum with you onto a discipline where you've got so much confidence already?
Yeah, I'm excited for outdoors, especially ending with a win. I got a lot of confidence, but yeah, coming in outdoors, I'd say I'm quite a bit better on outdoors than I am Supercross. I'm still learning Supercross, and yeah, I'm ready to come out swinging.
Sweet. Josh Mosman from Motocross Action for Cody Schock. Last time you were on the press conference 2 weeks ago, you were on the bubble, tied for third in the championship. You were able to secure that despite some chaos in the heat race, coming to the LCQ, everything like that. But talk us through just how important that was for you to finish top 3 in a championship for a small team like Club MX Yamaha, and now you're back up here in the press conference again. So what's it been like being Cody Schock at the last round?
It's been pretty awesome. I mean, I've put myself in a position that I've never been in before, and same thing with the whole Club MX team. For the team to do so well this whole year, it's been pretty awesome. And yeah, I wasn't sure if I was going to get an invite to another press conference, so for me this is kind of cool, as corny as that may say. But yeah, it's we spent a lot of time getting ready for Supercross, and then we spent some time getting ready for outdoors, and just want to put our bike up front and show that we can do it, and I feel like we can. I mean, everyone at Club has been ripping, and
every day, our world gets a little more connected, but a little further apart. But there are moments that remind us to be more human.
Thank you for calling Amica.
Hey, I was just in an accident.
Are you okay? Don't worry, we'll get you taken care of.
At Amica, we understand that looking out for each other isn't new or groundbreaking. It's human.
yeah, it's just time to go show that, you know, yes, we're a small team, but we can do a lot of things and a lot of big things. So just like everything in life, it takes time, and yeah, we'll come out swinging at some point.
That's awesome. And even more to that story, though, you had a breakout ride in the 450 class a couple years ago. How long has it been since you raced outdoors, and how long has it been since you raced outdoors on a 250?
Yeah, it's been, last time I raced outdoors was on a 450 in 21, and then yeah, the last time I raced outdoors on a 250 was with my mom and dad in 2017, and I think I've ever only done 5 rounds ever on a 250, so it's been quite a learning curve for me, but I enjoy the challenge. I still have moments where I feel like I'm running a 450, but fortunately Club has put a pretty fast 250 under me with Twisted, and yeah, it's going to be awesome.
That's awesome. Well, one more for Tom Vial. Winning that championship, congratulations, man. That's awesome. And now you'll be forced to move up to the 450 class for 2026. So in the last 2 weeks, have you thought about that at all?
Not really, to be honest. I'm focused already on the outdoor, and of course next year I will defend the 250 title. And I mean, was my goal kind of moving to maybe to 450 in 2026? So I don't think that changed a lot about my plan and everything, but I'm focused on the outdoor. I'm feeling I had a good weeks, like I said before, and I didn't really think about it, to be honest.
Levi Kitchen, compared to a lot of the guys up here on the press conference with you, you're kind of in a little bit different scenario. In the past, you've been with teammates getting prepared for the season. Again, most of the guys up here are at different facilities with teammates. You chose to do your own route this year in Florida. What have been some of the challenges and positives you've seen with testing and preparation? And then lastly, we've seen Ken Roxon posting a bit on IG working with you. What insights have you picked up from Kenny as of recently?
Yeah, it's definitely a different approach. Crashing in Nashville, I actually had to take some time off, so I didn't really have much outdoor testing. But yeah, got a little bit in, and as far as Ken goes, yeah, he I'm sure people took it as like he was helping me out, which he's bored right now because he's hurt, so he was coming out and just cheering the boys on. But yeah, going into the weekend, I mean, the bike feels good, and yeah, I'm just ready to go.
For Jalik Swall, coming off of Supercross and getting ready to go racing outdoors on this bike for the first time, how much have you kind of leaned on maybe Joey and what he's been doing with testing to get this bike ready to go in race trim for Pro Motocross?
I've done a lot of outdoors just myself, so me and him we're pretty on similar stuff right now, not too different, but I've been pretty much just focused on myself and grinding out in Georgia and just kind of figuring it out myself. But I've been pretty comfortable on the bike for a while now, so I don't feel like I need to go out and try to explore. I'm pretty comfortable and been having fun. So for me, that's pretty much all it takes to get some good results out of me, is just have some fun and put in the work, and looking forward to see what I can do.
Rider defense, Chisco. Still, making your way into this class, you've learned a lot. Can you just walk us through some of the experiences you've gained and how you can kind of apply that, continue rising the leaderboard there?
Yeah, last year obviously helped a bunch, just doing every race and seeing all the tracks and getting that experience. I feel like lining up this year will obviously help, just more focusing on racing and showing up every single round. So Supercross was tough, but hopped on the outdoor bike and felt right at home, so should be good and ready to come out swinging.
Sweet. Josh Mosman at Motocross Action. Dylan Schwartz, Bar X Suzuki, representing up there for the Yellow Crew. What's your preparation been like recovering from injuries, and what's it like working with James Coy as team manager over there?
Yeah, unfortunately I got hurt in November, and recovery took a lot longer than expected, so I've been on the bike for about 3 weeks now. It's coming along. I'm just going to do the best I can this weekend and build off that. Unfortunately, I've known James for a while now, so it's cool. Everything's easy, and yeah.
Question for Hayden Deegan. Last year at Washougal, we really kind of saw you have a breakout ride there, going 1-1 on the day. Was there something that you really learned that day? Was it a confidence thing that you can harness that going into 2024?
Yeah, I don't know, honestly. I was just sending it. I didn't even do anything crazy. I was just flowing, and I was just laying down fast laps. It was pretty sick. It's just cool to be in natural habitat and just passing the top dudes like that. It was pretty cool. But yeah, hopefully, last year we got second at Paula, so this is my home track, Fox Raceway. No one has now, but I love this place, so I'm excited.
For RJ Hampshire, winning the championship, does that put more pressure on today in this outdoor championship, or does that put less pressure on it now that you have that #1 plate sitting at your house?
It doesn't really change much. It's a different series. Yeah, I've won a few outdoor nationals, but I've never really been in the fight for a championship. So if anything, I can just learn from what I did in Supercross there at the end. I felt like I delivered whenever the time came. So just build on that this year. We didn't necessarily have a lot of time on outdoors, just being so focused on Supercross, but still, I'm ready to go. I'm happy with everything, where we're at as a team, with the bike, and it should be fun.
I guess kind of same question for Tom Vial. Do you feel like you have more or less pressure coming into this year now that you know the tracks, you have a year under your belt being here in the U.S., you don't have to learn the tracks anymore, we're going to all the same locations, so do you feel like you have more pressure coming in now, or is it less pressure that you got that #1 plate at your house?
Time to help people customize and save with Liberty Mutual. Forgot my wallet.
I would say less, I think. I was really happy to win that Supercross title, and like I said in many interviews, that's really why I came here in the US to win, hopefully one day, a Supercross title, and it was really awesome for me to win that title. And the motocross is kind of a different series, and I feel like I'm still feeling more comfortable in motocross. So last year I learned a lot about the track. I had some bad races, and I kind of know now all the tracks and a little bit how the days go and the practice, and last year was kind of a struggle for me, and hopefully it's gonna be way better this year, and I'm pretty confident about, just knowing the track, going in the morning, the practice, and know which jump and everything is gonna be way better. So I'm pretty excited about the motocross.
Levi Kitchen, you won 3 motos last year. Now, I'll give you one guess at what position you were in on the first lap of those 3 motos. But you really seem to turn a corner this year in 2024, better starts, more consistent first lap positioning. Is there something that you found there, and is it something you can continue into Pro Motocross, even though it's a little bit of a different surface for, behind the starting gate? Is that something you guys have worked on? You feel the consistency will still be there on the starts?
Yeah, I think for sure the bike feels pretty good on the line, and I think this year it comes down, like my mindset's a little bit different, and I just have more confidence. So I feel like I'll pretty much do anything it takes to get into the lead as early as I can. And yeah, I mean, obviously you can't start back there in 20th like I did last year, and we need to minimize those mistakes. So yeah, even if I can get off the gate and just be in the fight every race, I think that's super important.
All right, thank you, gentlemen. Have a round of applause for our 250 contenders. I'd like to bring up the 450 class, and I can see they're much closer to the stage than the 250 riders were. We will start with the number 1 of Jet Lawrence, our defending champion who had a record-setting season. Thank you for running, Jet. He will be followed by the number 4 of Chase Sexton with Red Bull KTM Factory Racing. That's okay. You're a great starter. We know. It's okay. Number 7, Aaron Plessinger with Red Bull KTM Factory Racing. Welcome back, AP. Dylan Ferrandis with Phoenix Honda Racing. Number 21, Jason Anderson with Monster Energy Kawasaki. The return of Malcolm Stewart to Pro Motocross, Rockstar Energy Husqvarna Factory Racing. Justin Cooper, Monster Energy Yamaha Star Racing. Phil Nicoletti in his swan song season with Muck-Off FXR Club MX Yamaha. Number 51 of Justin Barsha with Troy Lee Designs Red Bull Gas Factory Racing. And number 96, Hunter Lawrence with Team Honda HRC. Start off the question with Jet Lawrence. You had a pretty good season last year, it seemed. What are your thoughts when you think about sitting here at this press conference a year ago, the uncertainty of that? How does that differ from sitting here now after going 22-0 last year?
Yeah, I think last year definitely more of a question mark next to it. Obviously this year it's a little easier to think and know what I need to do. So, I mean, it's going to be hard to try and replicate it, but we're going to go in with the same mentality as last year, try and go in, just get good starts, good motos, and just go from there.
All right, we'll open it up to the media.
Sweet. Jason Anderson, you spent some time riding at Club MX back in South Carolina. We know you ride Supercross, but did you ride any outdoors while you're there, get some deeper sand tracks riding?
Yeah, we've been riding at Club MX. I did the Supercross part of the season there just to kind of get used to the, obviously East Coast dirt and just be on the East Coast. It's easier. It's an hour flight to some of the East Coast races. And then for outdoors, luckily the team came out with me after, I think, Nashville. And, yeah, I mean, their outdoor tracks are pretty much second to none. So they're really amazing. And luckily the team was down there to come ride with me and do some testing. So we'll head back there after Hangtown and go from there.
What about your guy Brock Tickle? You saw him do pretty well last week at a little off-season race. Would you like to see him under the tent with you racing some nationals this year?
Yeah, I think Tick's coming back, so it's gonna be cool to see him maybe do a couple rounds, and he's also been he was there in Club MX with me, so yeah, he's might be my partner in crime this summer.
Jet Lawrence, coming into last season, you had a little bit different preparation time than many of the guys up here, racing a 250 indoors. You have that larger gap since it's regional series. This year, less of that, having to do a full 17 coming into it. And then also, I believe you said at a recent round that you may have missed a little bit of outdoor testing the 1 week. Can you tell us, basically, compared to last year, how many days would you feel like you're behind, and does it really affect you at all?
I don't think I would say I'm behind at all. I think a lot of last year was just more so figuring out what I like on the 453 outdoors. So I need that bit extra time. Thankfully, I was able to have it just to kind of set up the 450 how I want to ride it. So, and then this year, in the break, was hurt, so I didn't really get to ride much outdoors to do a lot of testing on it. But our base from last year was pretty good, so we ended up just kind of sticking with that. And we tried a few different things, but I wouldn't say I'm behind. But I can definitely tell we can still find more improvements.
Good morning.
With Norwegian, every day is a new day.
Kellen Brower with MotoOnline.com for Dylan Ferrandis. You're a former champion of this series, so you knows what it takes to win this title. But going outdoors with Phoenix Racing Honda, do you feel like you have the whole package underneath you now at this point that you can contend again?
I don't know. We will know Saturday, but I feel pretty good. The transition from Supercross to Motocross was very short, but we had enough time to test a little bit and make me feel good on the bike. So obviously I enjoy riding the bike, so that's what matters the most. And right now for me, and I felt pretty good at the practice track. So let's see how it goes this weekend.
Dan Beaver, NBC Sports for Chase. Last year, especially at this round, you were one of the few people that was able to push Jet as hard as you did. And I think sometime during this season, you said something about getting tired of finishing second to the same person. Does that ramp up the aggression, and how do you approach the first couple of rounds trying to stop his perfect season?
Yeah, last year coming into this was obviously a lot different, but my motivation still stays the same, and I feel like this year, obviously, motivation's a little higher. My whole goal is to win a moto. I haven't done that in over a year, so that's the first goal, and then kind of go from there. But I feel like this year I've had more prep, obviously on a different bike than last year, so that'll be interesting to see. But I'm excited, and I've had a good couple weeks riding with Tom, and yeah, like I said, I feel good, so we'll see Saturday.
Just as a follow to that, you made mention that when you started testing motocross, you seemed to find something and gel a bit more with the motorcycle. That really started to improve your Supercross results as well. Do you think that's going to roll into results in pro motocross? What did you learn about the motorcycle that can kind of propel you into the goals that you have?
Yeah, I sure hope so. No, I think some of the stuff we found, just because the Supercross and outdoor setups are so different, and also KTM, they have a lot more experience just with outdoors in general with MXGP. So I was able to learn a lot from that, and also, kind of mix it into my Supercross setup, which was nice. So I think coming into outdoors, I will be much better off than coming into Supercross this year. So I'm glad to start at a good base. And like I said, we've had 2 solid weeks of riding. So looking forward to Saturday, and definitely looking forward to a fun summer.
Questions for Justin Cooper. About 2 weeks ago, it looked like there would be 3 of you under the Monster Energy Yamaha Star Racing tent. Now you are the sole rider this weekend. I feel like there's probably some positive negatives that come with that. I mean, one, you had 2 big hitters also under you in the tent, so it maybe gave you some leeway to build up into the 450 class. Not as many eyes on you, but it's got to be nice also now having probably the team's full focus.
Yeah, rookie season. Sole rider is going to be interesting. A lot more eyes on me, so a lot more help, and just more eyes to help out each time I'm out. Bettering myself and the bike, and I think that'll be crucial for me. It'll be important. We've had a lot of good success on the 250 throughout these years, and now moving up to the 450 class. Excited to get out there and just put my best foot forward and do the best I can starting out and build off what we get.
One follow-up, dealing with the transition. A lot of guys like to say after a long time in the 250 class, they get on a 450 and they say, man, I'm a 450 guy. How do you feel in that sense, and what has been easy in the transition and what's been hard for motocross?
Yeah, I would say the transition is definitely way easier on the motocross side, going up to the bigger bike, and I really have been a 450 guy, at least in the amateur ranks. I would always do better in the 450 class, whether that be I was racing factory 250s or whatnot. I feel like I ride it really smooth and good throttle control there. So it's definitely going to be an easier transition, at least I hope, going into the outdoors. And yeah, looking to definitely start off the season strong.
Isaac Gonzalez of MX Sports here. Question for Phil Nicoletti. First off, congratulations on a great career. Coming into the outdoor season, your last outdoor season here on the 450, what are some goals and expectations for you?
I appreciate that. Frankie Latham just reminded me I'm quitting because I never won anything, so not so much retiring. So, no, I'm excited. The goal is to be 7 through 10. Obviously, last year coming through my injury with my race and coming back through High Point is a bit of a hole to dig myself out of, but at the end of Ironman, I finally got back into the 7th place range. So 7 through 10 is a goal. I've been there most of my career, and nowadays getting older and starting to lose a little fast twitch kind of hurts a little bit. So I know the game, get through the first 3 rounds, which I don't really like them, so not much of a California guy, but I'm looking forward to it. Just take it all in. It's nice to get a whole Supercross under my belt. Obviously, the past 2 years with injuries and whatnot kind of taking its toll on me. So just try and ride it in, put in good, solid results, get 20 points a weekend so I don't have to do that LCQ at SMX again, make my life hard. So that's the plan. Just enjoy it.
Aaron Plessinger, earlier on in the Monster Energy Supercross season, got your first win, had the red plate, and you mentioned a few times that you being more comfortable with the motorcycle allowed you to work on your riding more and really improve in that way. Will that ring true this summer in Pro Motocross, and will that help you get more to the front and win motos where you want to be?
Yeah, I think so. I've had about a month now back on the bike since New York or New Jersey or whatever. But yes, I think that'll play a big role in trying to get one of these elusive wins. And yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to get up there. I feel good. The bike feels good, and I'm ready to go outdoors.
Malcolm Stewart, it's been a while since we've had you for this full series. Can you just talk about the time away, what you may have learned, and your thoughts going into this Pro Motocross Championship?
Yeah, it's actually been about 10 years since I've done a season opener. Last time I probably raced, I had a Kickstarter. So, but no, it's I'm actually really excited. You know, I haven't had too much outdoor prep just because I felt like, you know, I needed to push my teammate a little bit, RJ Hampshire, and you know, obviously it worked off. So obviously that was a big, big deal for the Rockstar Energy Husqvarna Dream team. And so we've been practicing now about a week now, and we feel really good, you know, just getting back on the bike. But I'm excited, you know. It's been, of course, just you don't realize whenever you have an injury, a season injury last year, you know, you just appreciate everything that you have. So getting 17 rounds under my belt this year. It's a new season for outdoors for me, and we're just going to take it slow and have fun and enjoy it.
Stefan Legren, LBGSA.com. This is a question for Hunter. Hunter, it's your first year, the 450 outdoors. How do you feel about it?
Yeah, excited. It should be good. Looking to put in a good summer and just, it's Thursday. No feelings going too crazy right now. I just want to go race.
Follow-up for Hunter. I know last year when I spoke to you a couple times that you shared your frustration of your brother being on a 450 during the week and you on a 250 outdoors. Is it nice to just be able to roost him?
It's a lot better, you know. In Florida, it gets pretty humid and a lot of rain, so the track would be a lot heavier. So, last year the deficit would grow quite a lot on a really soft, heavy track. But no, it's cool. Now we can bully Chance out there on his 250. So it's funny.
Poor Chance.
Yeah.
Justin Barsha, seemed like you were chasing settings throughout the Supercross season, just trying to find that comfort level that you would let you ride to your potential. Is that something that will persist through motocross? Have you gotten much more comfortable, or how does that transition affect those settings?
Yeah, I think as you can see towards the end of Supercross, started putting better results, get more comfortable. And yeah, it's a whole different ballpark in motocross. Definitely looking forward to it. I enjoy motocross a lot, high speed. Get dirty and get crazy. So yeah, it's really good. I'm excited to have Frankie on board, team manager. I think he'll do a really good job. He's been doing a great job already, and we're only about a week in. So yeah, looking forward to that. And I think the whole team's gonna have a strong year. And the motorcycle's been really good. Not too many motocross days yet, but yeah, we'll see what the summer brings.
For both Justin Cooper and Hunter Lawrence, you both had pretty strong rides towards the end of Supercross. Has that end of season push for you both kind of changed your mentality about where you both feel you fit into this class now on a 450?
Oh, here comes the bread guy.
Come on. If you save nearly $750 like this, imagine what we could get.
Oh, like blackberries, cranberries.
Exactly.
Halle Berry. I'm just kidding, but I love her.
Switch to Progressive and you could save hundreds.
Yeah, sure. I mean, it's like anything. You kind of start off and you like don't really, truly know where you stand or where you fit in the pecking order. But at the end of the day, we're just racing, and my mentality is just go out and do the best I can do for the race duration, and where I'll end up is where I'll end up. I'll just go back and keep working regardless.
Yeah, it was nice coming in as a rookie. It definitely started off with no pressure, and as the season built, I started getting some confidence under my belt, and I think towards the end of the season I was really striving to be better each time out, and yeah, it was nice to check the podium off at the last round. I felt really good all day, and kind of wish there was a few more rounds at that point, but yeah, we got a new season now, and I think we've both learned a lot about this class, and it was important to get all those rounds underneath our belt, and I think we're going to be much stronger coming into this motocross season.
Dan Beaver again for Malcolm this time. This is going to be your first chance to race the Super Motocross Series as well. Did that impact any of the decision to run the full outdoor season? And what are your thoughts about being able to carry on your season to the third season?
Oh, for me, it's just exciting in general. Again, like I said before, having a season ending injury last year kind of just hurt me in general. So I need all the races I can get. And unfortunately, we ain't been the best in Supercross where we expect to be, but it's a work in progress. And I feel like just having more and more races is only going to help me out. And again, we're here. We got to take every race serious and have fun with it at the same time. But yeah, I mean, again, it's always nice to have that Super Motocross at the end. There's a lot of money on the line to be made. So that's definitely a lot of motivation, but right now we got to focus on what's going to happen Saturday, and then take it race by race, and then we'll see what that happens when we get there.
Nice. Phil Nicoletti, Supercross is over with. That chapter is kind of closed. You have this last 3 rounds at the end of the year, which will be a little more Supercrossy, but outdoors, it's a totally different grind now. I got to ride your bike a couple weeks ago. Thanks for letting me do that. It was a cool experience. The thing is extremely fast. So what is your excitement level, I guess, for having such a fast bike and then going into outdoors? You don't have the technicality, the technical difficulty of Supercross, but then you have the brutal nature of motocross.
Yeah, I mean, it's I'm a little behind the 8 ball because obviously I did 250 Supercross, so transferring to the 450, which I've done for a few years, but it's always nice when you have settings and stuff from the previous year that kind of roll over, so it kind of helps in that regard. But yeah, Jamie from Twisted Development come up with some new stuff on the 450, so I'm really curious to see how that works. Obviously, with all of us, we really don't know where we stand, so after Saturday we'll all have a better judgment on where we are with suspension and engine and stuff, so we're all kind of just in limbo until we go racing. So I'm looking forward to it. I enjoy the 450. I'm glad the Supercross chapter of my life is over with, and now I can be back up here with these big dogs on the 450 and let it eat, so should be good.
Question for Jet here. After going 22-0 last season, does it add any pressure coming into this outdoor season?
No, I don't think so. I think for me, it obviously helps me come in with even more confidence, and it helps me work even harder because I want to go replicate it, So for more pressure, no. Plus, I'm excited to run the number 1 plate on a 450. I think we all worked to try and get that at one stage in our career, and I'm happy to run it on my second year on 450, so I'm excited to run that. So I think it also just boosts your confidence for the upcoming season. So I'm excited to go out there. Hopefully we can keep that Honda up there and see if we can still do it.
Good luck, guys.
Dylan Ferrandis, you spent a lot of time riding with Jet and Hunter in the past, but maybe your goals change for the summer. You want to get back to championship winning form. Will you still practice down in Florida with them, and how do you approach that if so?
Yeah, still over there practicing with them. We don't always share the same schedule, but yeah, we're on the track together, and every day we can practice together. I can say, yeah.
Cool. All right. Well, thank you. Let's give a round of applause to our 450 riders. A couple of closing announcements. There will be lunch available in the AB bar just inside. The riders will be available for one-on-one interviews for the next hour, and then they will be on track over at Fox Raceway at 2 p.m.